Alright, so after you've beaten that giant dragonfly mosquito thing, you're gonna want to leave the training center and go back to your dorm. Sequistus tells you some more mumbo jumbo, and just go back to your dorm. Take a right. You can't go anywhere else in the school right now because it's past curfew and those yellow hats are standing out in front of everything. So Zel's gonna meet up with you and tell you, hey, you have your own dorm now, so it's a 1 room instead of the old 2 room. You're automatically gonna go to sleep, there's nothing else you can do. So when you wake up, you're gonna go to your first seed mission. But before we do that, we're gonna want to go to the cafeteria again and challenge this guy in a game of cards. Challenge the guy in the back because you want 20 of these El Neo cards for getting Squall's ultimate weapon in Disc 1. That's right, you can get his ultimate weapon in Disc 1. It's pretty crazy, so use card mod on 20 of those cards that you just won from that guy in the back because I've seen he has the most of them, I guess. I get them more with him anyways. And they'll turn into 2 energy crystals, which you're going to want to use ammo refine after. If it turns into level 10, you can learn ammo refine for him and turn those energy crystals into pulse ammo, probably the rarest ammo. After that speech with Sid, talk to him and he'll give you a magical lamp. Now this magical lamp has a summon inside of it, and it's the devil, Diablo. So just press it whenever you're ready, save if you want to. Use it, and this is where all those blinds come in handy that we've been collecting earlier in the game. So right off the bat, have each of your party members cast blind. If this first one doesn't work, have each of them cast blind, but I got lucky enough for it to work. So when you see that smoke in front of his face, it means he's blinded and all he's gonna have to use is a Demi attack. So Demi can't kill you. It only takes up, I think, a quarter of your health each time maybe. But when it gets down to 1, it can't go any lower. So now since he's blinded, that's the only attack he's gonna be using. I just tried to draw a couple dummies from him. Do that if you can, but I failed every single time, so just keep attacking him. Squall's Renzo, Kuchen, or Limit Break here is really useful against him. And yeah, there's not much to it. Just draw dummies after he's blinded or attack him with everything you've got. So junctioning in this game makes it really easy this early on, and later on when you get the stronger spells as well. So since he keeps casting Demi on you, you keep going into your limit break because you're such a low health. And if you do manage to get Demi and cast it on him, it does, I think, it does around 2,000 damage, which is a huge amount. And after you cast it on him, sometimes he'll cast Kiraga on you and heal you to full health. I don't know why he does this, but hey, free health is useful. So since he's been using Demis on me and, you know, lowering my health, I get Squall's limit breaks a ton of times. Kills him. Easy fight. Not as hard as my first playthrough when I fought him at a really high level and had no idea what I was doing. Name him whatever you want. Now, Siren has learned Life Magic Refine, and Diablo has some useful, really useful abilities. The most useful being Encounter Have. You're going to want to learn that first, because after you learn Encounter Half, you can learn Encounter None, which after you equip that, you don't encounter any enemies at all other than scripted bosses and mini-bosses, stuff like that. So when you're running around exploring, you won't encounter any enemies. That's useful since when you level up in this game, it's not really bad, but it makes it hard, which I'm not complaining about, but yeah. Come up to the shop here, buy some tents, because we can use the life magic refine, which we just learned from Siren, to turn those tents into Kiragas, which I only am able to buy enough to make 90 Kiragas, and then once you junction them to health, it boosts it up about to like 3,000 HP, which is huge this early on, and I really don't know why they let you do this early on in the game. So you need 10 tents to make 100 Kiragas. And I'm only able to afford 90 because you need 3,000 left over for the train ticket, because the Guardian doesn't pay for your train tickets. So right here, 90 Kiragas to my health, it boosts up to 2,000. Huge leap. So whenever you're ready, this lady right here is the Queen of Cards. There's a side quest I am going to do later with her. She changes all the rules. So buy the train ticket from that guy, 3,000. Board whenever you're ready, you can explore more if you want to. And while you're on the train, nothing really happens, but you somehow fall unconscious, and you're in this dream world kind of place with Laguna, Kairos, and Ward, and this is explained more in the story eventually. So this is a pretty straightforward path.